Did you know that the early church didn't have evangelism or outreach programs like we have today? So the question is, if they didn't have that, then how did they grow? How did they do outreach? So back in the first, second, third centuries, between the time of the last apostles and time of Constantine, the church's focus was on just living a Christian life because they believed that living this habitus, a lifestyle of Christian love and witness, was more important than actually preaching the gospel. They believed that the job of converting and evangelism was actually up to God and the Holy Spirit. And all they had to do was actually live a Christian life. And it's very true because we all know Christians who talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, right? And if you walk the walk, you have more credibility. And that's what the early church did. And during the time, there was persecution, so they had to be very careful how they lived and how they talked. But by their life and their lifestyle of loving and sharing and giving, and you have people from all different walks of life being a community together, this is appealing, and it was a bit of a curiosity to people outside the church. So because they were living a transformed life in a transformed community, people saw this and started asking about it and asking to be part of it. And this is when evangelism, sharing the gospel, happened. Because when you actually see people change over time, and during the early church, they focused a lot on patience and knowing that how they lived over a longer time period is more important than actually just sharing the gospel, because knowing doctrine is different than living the doctrine. So if you think like today's programs about outreach campaigns and door-to-door street preaching, handing out tracts, it's focused on efficiency and effectiveness. And after the time of Constantine, the church is focused on sending out missions, and it worked. But in our day and age right now, we've come to a time when we've lost a lot of credibility because we focus so much on numbers, but we don't focus on true heart change. And that discrepancy is what people see as hypocrisy. If you're in a church right now, or you're kind of disillusioned about the state of the Christian world right now, I get it. I'm discouraged as well. But I'm also heartened too, because there are people out there like myself and maybe you who want to focus on just living a true, authentic life. And that is actually the key, because if you live a true, authentic life with 2 or 3 or 8 or 10, and truly exhibit Christian love and community, that's how you will actually share the gospel. And when the time is right, you will share by words. And God will be the one that will be converting and bringing them to the faith. And you'll be part of that. And that, I think, is where the church needs to go today. We need to have fewer, stronger, more solid Christians, instead of this larger mass of people who are half-hearted, lukewarm.